This is a legacy police officer from G.I. Joe Classified, a much delayed action figure that has begun to ship in Canada at least, and so Canadian collectors can get theirs. If you're overseas, you can probably try to get it from Canada also. Now, this figure has had quite a tumultuous ordeal. It was cancelled at the same time, or postponed, as there were some ICE raids in Los Angeles, and Hasbro decided to postpone the figure, not release it, fearing some backlash. They never mentioned it specifically. They don't want to talk about it, but we all know that's what happened. Because of that, there was a lot of backlash from the fan community about this, about Hasbro being careful. Well, they were, and to some extent, it was their right to postpone the figure. Now the figure is here, and in the end, postponing the figure might have been a great marketing ploy, as everybody wants this figure now. It's probably going to sell out pretty quickly. It has built a reputation of its own because it is a police officer, and a good one. There's other figures out there, but they're not very good. But this one will fit most 112 action figure collections like Marvel, so it will look very good next to those, as well as G.I. Joe Classified. Now, there's always been police officers in G.I. Joe Classified. This is not new, so let's look at this guy and see what we can do with him. This is Hervé from Comic Book Bin. Fill you in since 2002. Like and subscribe. I did not get Law and Order, but this buck apparently is based on Law and Order. There's a lot of new parts, like this shield. We've never seen this shield before. But the flare gun, the handcuffs, the stick, those we've seen before. The glasses, I believe, have been seen on other characters, but this hat is completely new. And this head, there's another one that you can use also. In case you want an army build, or even give him a helmet. I think it's easier to put this helmet on this way. Put the visor on, and you put back the head on. So you could have multiple looks for this character. He also comes with a machine gun and a coffee cup. I don't know if it's the same coffee cup that they're using with the Snowcat. It could be. There's also a blanket, a poncho. I don't really want to remove it from the package. Well, I guess I could, because I'm not going to be using it, so that's why I didn't really want to remove it. As well, take a look. Oh, it's cheap material too. It's not great material, guys. It's really cheap. It doesn't look great. Oh my god, it's really thin. It's cheap material. I'll put it on Snake Eyes so you guys know how it looks. It's cheap. Well, if you want to turn your Snake Eye into a cup, maybe that's the way to do it. It's very thin. The only good thing is the print here. Everything else is very cheap. It's even cheaper than the Dr. Mindbender's cape. So this is the character so far. Besides Law, I don't know if he's reusing any other parts from previous G.I. Joe action figures. I couldn't tell. The vest obviously is from Law also. One thing that I do not like is the forearms here that are as if he was wearing some kind of undershirt or something underneath. So instead of giving him flesh colored forearms, they're black. I don't like this. It's a bit like the first Televiper not the retro one. I think it's cheap. I get it. They did it because they wanted people to be able to customize an army build with different skin tones for this character. That's what they were trying to do. And maybe they could have done something else. I don't know, but I don't really like it. The shield is nice. Like I said, it's a new part completely. I've never seen this shield before. To insert it, it's better to just put the, well, remove the hand first. Remove this hand. Put it in there. It will take a couple of tries. It's not that easy. Then you put the shield within the forearm. And then you plug in the hand inside the forearm socket. That's way to assemble this guy easily. So far, I find that the articulation are smooth, but the ankles are kind of weak. So this guy is going to fall a lot. I can already tell he's a faller, and I don't like that. So he's got handcuffs. They're probably the same one that were used with Chuckles, and that's fair. The stick, the baton, was also used with Mutt. There's a flare gun. No, this is a taser actually. The flare gun was probably used with Doc. There's no place to store this machine gun on the character. And there's not really a place to store the flare gun. There's a big old pocket here that could have been used for that, but they decided to just make it a big old pocket about nothing. So you can't store it. And there's also a handgun here. There's a clip there, and it's gonna fit perfectly with the clip like that. There's also a small radio that you can move, and it plugs back here. Well, not as easily as I thought. Now, in terms of heads, you have this head, but I was also hoping to use another head for my set, because I'm hoping that I could use those extra heads here for my G.I. Joe retro army builders, the regular rank and file soldiers, because there's only 2 heads. Now, they haven't been released, so I don't know if the neck peg are going to be compatible with those guys. But so far, here's one guy who's not compatible with them, and maybe Hasbro decided to change it at the last minute. But I wanted to use my extra Airman from the Rattler set with this set, except the ball is not the same. This one is much bigger, this one is much smaller. So this will not fit unless you put some blue tack or something, some filling inside of it. Why did I want to use this guy? Because I wanted some bad guys from Springfield. Springfield is that town in G.I. Joe where Cobra lives and control the entire city. So I wanted to get myself a couple of, well, some Springfield cops that work for Cobra, and so they're masked. He would look great with that, even with the hat on. But the peg, unfortunately, doesn't work properly for him. I'm not sure why Hasbro keep doing these things where they're not really making things compatible throughout the entire line. This is a missed opportunity. This head should be able to be exchanged with any other current G.I. Joe action figures, and it's not. I'm not even sure who I can use this head with from the Rattler. And I'm not even sure if I can use this head with the upcoming Cobra Retro, G.I. Joe Retro Troops. I would like to. They would look great as regular soldiers also, because I got 4 of them, so there's going to be 2 regular heads, and I was hoping with those 2 heads that I could have even more soldiers in the rank and files. But that's not how Hasbro think. I mean, at least the G.I. Joe team doesn't think this way. I'm not sure why, because over at the Marvel team, they do try to make things more compatible most of the time. And it's not very difficult. You do it once, you make sure that the pegs and everything are the same across the figures. They're not doing that. It's a problem. It's very difficult to customize those guys when you cannot reuse parts. This would have been perfect. Now I'm gonna have to find another body for this guy. Unfortunately, it's a great head, but I can't use it on this body. The articulation, like I said, are smooth enough. Nothing special. He's completely pinless, for those who want to know. He still has the drop down hip, but it feels better than before. With a shield on. I think it's a nice figure. You can move the waist a bit because the jacket is just open enough for that. The face looks good. It's an okay face. With the glasses and the helmets, you can customize him. If you're trying to army build, you could get many of him. Now this guy is obviously coming out already. This thing, it's not pegging in. Probably shouldn't have moved it. It shouldn't be this way, but it is something with Hasbro. It should be easy to plug these things in. I shouldn't have to force too much. I guess I'll have to put it in hot water a bit and press hard and hope that it stays on, because now it's not staying on, unfortunately. I'll fix it later. I guess I don't want to take all your time. Yeah, see, because I moved it once, it's not moving anymore, and I don't want to break the peg. Yeah, like I said, the joint here are very loose, so this guy's gonna fall a lot, unfortunately. This doesn't really fit anywhere else. Could be a problem. Let's see if I can find a way. I can put it this way, or maybe this way. Then you put it like that. Well, no, won't work. Okay, I think I've got it. Put it this way. And that way. Now it's gonna stay and it's not gonna fall. I like that. The flare gun doesn't fit here really much. It really doesn't fit. Problematic, right? Doesn't look very good. I don't think it was built for that. I don't like that. I think he should be able to carry most of his stuff on his body, but that doesn't seem to be a priority at Hasbro anymore. It used to be the original, the first classified used to be able to carry almost everything. Now, Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. The hat is nice, so it's a good fit. And this is your legacy police officer with his radio dangling because I made the mistake of removing it once. Again, this figure is based on many other action figures from the past from G.I. Joe. It's not a new concept to have a cop in G.I. Joe. So it's part of the legacy, it's part of the history, and that's okay by me. This is Hervé from Comic Book Bin. Like and subscribe. See you next time.